caught in a self-centered dream, only suffering, holding the self-centered thoughts, exactly the dream. This moment, life as it is, the only teacher, being just this moment, compassion's way.
Phil Phails at Philosophy.
Appamada is one of the Zen groups here, and they would say that poem at the beginning of all their things. And experience, I do believe experience is the teacher.
Yeah.
So you can tell me about something. You can tell me about going to, an amusement park and riding a whirly ride. I'm never going to understand what that's like until I go there, get on the ride, and experience it.
Right. And I mean, when you were saying that, the word that leapt out to me too was compassion. Right?
Compassion's way.
Right. Yeah, compassion's way. Because I think part of, like, when we talk about this, we can forget we're talking about a larger philosophical system where loving kindness, where compassion is also at the center of how it thinks about how we do things, right?
How we treat each other.
And I think that's an interesting kind of different solution, because when we engage in loving kindness, and I tend to use loving kindness just because I think compassion carries a lot of baggage, which is about sort of self-effacement, which I don't think is what Buddhism is talking about, right? It's not about putting others before you. That often comes with compassion in the Western tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not about torturing yourself or being a bad person. And, but when you engage in compassion or loving kindness, when you have those moments of kind of connection
mm-hmm.
with other beings, often around their own, recognizing we're in a common situation.
Yeah.
And I recognize that in you, and I'm drawn to you. But now I'm drawn to you in a way that isn't grasping you. Like, I'm not, like, compassion probably
Namaste. You're
doesn't.
talking about namaste, the divine in me sees and acknowledges the divine in you.
Right, but it's around the common. It's different than that, right? Because I think that's
universal consciousness.
Right. This is more around this common experience of
human,
suffering.
Yeah.
Of that common experience. And I think that's at the heart of Christianity at its best as well, is recognizing that common experience of suffering and seeking to overcome it together with
Jocko Beck.
Right.
I think is the author, Jocko Beck, of that poem.
Ah, nice.
And now I can release myself from and while you were talking this whole time,
you were trying to figure
20% of me.
It's like, what's the name of that?
What's the name of that guy? And then 80% was like, okay, follow what Grant's talking about. And
I have
now
compassion for you, brother. Like, I know those moments.
I can give you 100% of my attention now.
But I think it's a way in which you connect, but you don't grasp. I think that's what I'm getting at. Like, you're not, like, I'm not trying to take your experience from you. I'm not trying to hold you. I'm just recognizing in a loving way that we share this experience. And then that may lead me to action out of that compassion to reduce your suffering.
Reduce your suffering.